So to deploy your application on Docker, we have to first download this Docker installer. And for that, search Docker and go to Docker Desktop. And here you will choose download Windows for AMD 64. Either you have an Intel chip or an AMD chip, both uses this installation. After downloading, we will install. Okay. Okay, so it's asking for close and restart. So the system is restarted. Now let us look at our Docker desktop. It should work now. So it's working now. It says WSL not installed. We must open PowerShell with administrator rights. So this is how you install your WSL. It asks for username and I give it the username that I currently have. Then I type password. It didn't show up, and then successfully everything is updated. Now let's try to run Docker Desktop again. So finally, the engine started running. If it takes too long, then what you can do is come up here and restart. It will restart just the engine, not the entire application. And eventually, you will get this engine running and this background show up. If you are having trouble starting the Docker desktop, do it one or two times. I mean, uh, quit the Docker desktop and try to run it again. If it still doesn't run, then you can do the run as administrator for the Docker desktop. It might run on the admin. So after covering this, we will open our application with code, and what we need to create is a file which is called Dockerfile. It won't have any extension. Now looking at our package.json, I have React packages and Vite packages. So I have uninstalled almost all of the other packages to keep it as simple as possible. Now the other thing that we need to do is go to extension and download Docker. So the extension is installed. So now we will copy all the materials from this to our Docker file. Now let us understand what this file says. So this is the type of image that we are using for the Docker. So it's kind of a template, and there are many template, but this is best suited for JavaScript or React applications. We are telling it that inside image all of our files will go inside the app directory. So this is the default directory, so it works for most of the projects and production builds. Then we have copy package.json and log file. This is because when we try to install the packages, it must know what packages it needs to install. Then after installing the packages, it will copy rest of the project files to the image. Then through those files, it will run npm run build and create a production build for us. Then through this command, which is the npm install serve package, what it does is it serves the files that this build created. So basically it serves the production files. And then we have expose 880. This will expose our 880 port to the Docker image so we can run it on this port. Then we have the command to run the serve server, and it should serve the file under distribution under dist folder, which will be created by this command. And then we are saying listen to the 880 port. So this is the complete Docker file. Now we need two commands to run our Docker. First is the build command. Every time you make any changes to the project files, you have to build your application. This is my application's name. You can write any name. This is the image name of the Docker. So this will create a build, and by this we will run our build on Docker. And it takes sometimes only for the first time. If you haven't make any big changes, it will be done earlier. Okay, so let's check the Docker file. Actually, this black code was accidentally put up here. Actually, the white config has this. So we have built this app on IIS. So we have written this synonym, but we only need this slash in our white config. And also inside our index.jsx, we also have to remove this name. Now let's try to build the application again, and now run the application. So the React app is working perfectly. So this is all for the video. Thanks for watching and do subscribe to the channel. See you next time.